have no clue where they went. No clue.
So you guys just throwing a party in their house at this time?
They were here at one point. They're not here right now. I just searched all the rooms.
They left and went over to some other party, and everyone in the house.
I just searched all the rooms.
To another party.
Okay, who does live here? What are their names?
I am actually not sure. I live across the street. I just came over. I have a drink drop.
Male, female?
I think it's mainly females. I think it's like 4 females.
What sorority are they affiliated with?
I don't know.
I don't know if they're
I
associated
don't.
with that.
I guarantee you they're associated with sorority. As many of them are living here. It's an off-campus sorority house. I've been a cop for 22 years here. I'm not stupid. Don't play dumb games with me. I'd rather deal with this as a noise complaint than getting a hold of the Greek council and the Greek board and all of that and the students and playing all these stupid fucking games. All I want to do is deal with the noise complaint. Because I guarantee you there's a lot of underage drinking because they left their alcohol behind.
Do you want us to try and get a name or a phone number and
if you could
call someone?
We just need to talk to somebody who lives here, because otherwise I have to be under the assumption you guys are unlawfully entered because no one who lives here is here. And getting a hold of the Greek council and the Greek board and all of that, seeing the students and playing all these stupid fucking games.
Now, why would a law enforcement officer threaten a group of students with the call to the Greek council? Who really murdered the Idaho roommates? And why are Hunter's lies now eating him up inside? By the end of this video, all will be revealed.
Podium, and I was in the courtroom. It was like, man, it's on now. I mean, that was really a moment. I first want to ask you though, and I noticed this. I was sitting behind you guys, and I saw Christy, your wife, pull out her phone and look sort of disturbed. And then you guys called the deputy over, and then he was looking at your phone. And I kind of figured something bad was going on. And it turns out that it was a threatening text message that she had received during the actual sentencing while the victim impact statements were going on. And I don't want to read the whole thing because I just don't want to give glory to, whoever did this, but I do want to read a little bit so people can see what exactly happened. It says, sitting near you in court and watching you is a joke. You know that Brian is innocent. Making threats to Brian about getting raped in prison was very silly. I am in contact with a lot of serial killers, including BTK, and I've been put in contact with a wannabe serial killer who is in Moscow, Idaho, and I have given him your address.
Haley lived in that house because she was an AT, and she dropped. And then, which is an odd thing to do, and I'm wondering why, but I don't know that we'll ever get that.
If you sign up for Greek Life, you're no longer free. And they do a very good job of making it look like so much fun, but it's not that fun. It's not that fun.
With no signs of forced entry, the victims were identified as 21-year-old Kaylee Gonzalez, 21-year-old Madison Mogan, 20-year-old Xana Carnodal, and 20-year-old Ethan Cheapin. All four were members of sororities or fraternities.
And I know that Xana had dropped Pi-Fi, is my understanding. But basically it was a Pi-Fi house. And for Pi-Fi and an AP to live in the same live-out is just weird. And that's a conversation I had with the kids. I'm like, there's a Pi-Fi and AP living together. Isn't that weird?
So with that in mind, as we close this dedication ceremony today, I would like to read the names of my 4 friends who we've lost, but also the students who have died since them as well. In this space, this hallowed location is for all of them. After reading their names, we will have a 1-minute moment of silence to reflect on their passing. We welcome you to reflect or pray during this time. Those individuals are Kaylee Gonzalez, November 2022. Ethan Chapin, November 2022. Maddie Mogan, November 2022. Xana Canoodle, November of 2022. Rojit Raut, January of 2023. Caden Young, March of 2023. Jason Gray, July of 2023. Ray Freiberger, July of 2023. We will now have a 1-minute moment of silence to honor and remember our lost vandals.
Between 2022 and 2023, in just 2 years, more than 8 University of Idaho students lost their lives. During the same period, the university was grappling with the budget crisis caused by declining enrollment and financial strain following the pandemic. Since these tragedies, the University of Idaho has reported a remarkable 22% enrollment growth for 8 consecutive semesters. Although the university's president stated that the Idaho murder house was a painful reminder that needed to be demolished, he went on to construct a vandal garden on campus. Since its completion, millions of dollars in donations have flowed into the university, complete with QR codes placed at the memorial site to encourage contributions. Follow the money.
We have pictures of what it looks like at night, but I do invite you to come back in the evenings because it is spectacular and breathtaking to see, in addition to the lighting that has been done here in the memorial sculpture as well. Should you be inclined, we are also still accepting donations, and there's a QR code on the pictures down there at the end as well. Thank you all for coming again today.
We're constantly told about all the positive aspects of fraternities and sororities at the University of Idaho. Yet, year after year, so much tragedy seems to emerge from them. Behind the smiles and messages of excellence, there's a darker side that's deeply unsettling when you look closer. In this case, it's no different. For example, the last party Ethan and Xana attended on the night before they were killed was at Sigma Chi. Strangely, the Sigma Chi symbol bears a resemblance to their initials, ENX. At the University of Idaho, joining a fraternity typically involves a formal recruitment process, and many organizations include oaths or pledges as part of their initiation rituals. Some initiates are expected to perform extreme or outrageous acts in order to be accepted, making them well trained in the art of keeping secrets.
People say sororities are like a cult. They're not fucking lying. They are not fucking lying, and I'm gonna tell you why. So me and this girl, we find out we're gonna get initiated, right? So they take us at the house. We go to the house. They tell us before coming, they tell us to wear a nude bra and nude underwear. Weird requests. So I'm like, okay, like, it's not gonna be anything crazy, right? Let me fucking tell you, bitch. Remember, this is all alleged. Keep us in this room. There's 4 of us going through the initiation process. So we're in this room and they go, okay, here, put on these white gowns. Hang up all these sheets so light can come in. Okay, there's like paper taped up to the windows so nobody can see inside. We have no idea what's going on. Finally, somebody comes and gets us and just goes,
A year before the murders, Maddie welcomed Bethany as her little, short for little sister, meaning she had recruited her into Pi Beta Phi and would now serve as her mentor. According to a friend, in May 2022, just 1 semester before the murders, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee encountered undisclosed issues with their sorority chapter presidents. Due to these conflicts, they dropped out of their sorority. A witness claimed the decision stemmed from ongoing tensions and bad blood between them and other members in the house. While leaving can stop the financial obligations of sorority life, what happens if a closely guarded secret threatens to come out? What lengths might someone go to in order to ensure it never does? Every oath comes with a lifetime commitment.
One of the things that I learned when I was getting recruited into Omega Delta Phi fraternity incorporated was that when you join, it's a lifetime commitment.
Our community understands the value of a sisterhood of a woman or a brotherhood of men, navigating the challenges of college and beyond. Joining a sorority or fraternity comes with a lifetime commitment.
Dylan and Bethany remain active in their sororities, while all of their other roommates dropped out. A decision reportedly fueled by bad blood between the girls in the houses and members of the sorority's executive boards. Details of the dispute remain unclear, but sources suggest it's centered on board members who, quote-unquote, tell others what to do. A review of the Panhellenic Council officers' Instagram accounts revealed that none of them are followed by the Idaho roommates. In the months that followed, Kaylee began complaining about a stalker, hinting that when she walked her dog, someone was watching her from the bushes. Then, not long after dropping out, the roommates who had left the sorority would end up dead.
Inside, 4 students were found stabbed to death with no signs of forced entry. The victims were identified as 21-year-old Kaylee Gonzalez, 21-year-old Madison Mogan, 20-year-old Xana Carnodal, and 20-year-old Ethan Cheapin.
Kaylee allegedly told the vape shop owner that whenever she visited the Corner Club bar, she was stalked, both on her way to the bar and on campus.
One of them more or less openly says, oh yeah, we've had a friend of ours be stalked before, so this is kind of why we all travel in a group like this. And just was it Kaylee who said that, do you remember? No, it was Maddie who actually said that. So Maddie said it, and it was kind of like more mentioning, like motioning to Kaylee too, like who was right next to her. So you could tell that like they obviously all were trying to keep Kaylee safe, you know, and to be there for her as good friends. And then yeah, to know that a few weeks later, now I won't see them, you know, anymore, anything like that. So it's crazy.
How long before the murder about was that?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. They more or less kept making the comment that it always seemed to happen either by the campus or down on Main Street. So, and it was more so at nighttime when they were out there drinking and stuff like that. Because I asked them, like, is it at school? And she's like, no, when I'm at night, going out to the bars or coming back from the bars. And again, living down that way.
Did she specifically mention the Corner Club?
Not the Corner Club, but just in that general direction and stuff like that. So the only reason I would assume the Corner Club is because that's the only bar that's down in that area anymore now. So we used to have 2, one was CJ's and then the Corner Club. It's just Corner Club now, then a whole block before it mingles. So
on the same night they were killed, the group went to the Corner Club and reportedly encountered a creepy man who was harassing them. Bethany later described Maddie as being highly intoxicated that night, saying she hadn't seen her like that in a very long time.
Other people miserable. Yeah. Have a good night. Bye. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I think I would like the carbonara.
Okay.
I feel bad. But if I have like a free grub truck on my
They bump into you and like rub up against you, like that's it's gross. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but she was really, I mean, you could even see in the Grub Buzz video, she walked between us several times and just couldn't even walk straight. That girl was very drunk. She's actually the only one that I thought was really drunk. And she was the only one I noticed at Corner Club because she had bumped into me. Another thing that was weird is that the guy who was interviewing me from the Daily Mail or whatever it was, he said glass-eyed, and I was like, sure, yeah, like that. I didn't actually even use that word. That was his word.
The Corner Club is widely known as a gathering spot for Greek life members. But what happens when you have left your sorority, have bad blood with former members, and are drinking while sharing secrets. Once Maddie revealed the secret to Adam, they allegedly needed to eliminate the roommates who knew about it. The active members, Bethany and Dylan, would arrive home first, while the killers only came after Kaylee, Xana, and Maddie told the active members that they were going to sleep. How else would they have known the perfect time to strike? Remember, there was no sign of forced entry. A surviving roommate stated in an interview that they are usually careful about locking doors and had never had any problems before. No locked doors, no signs of breaking in, which means either the door was purposefully left unlocked or the killers were already inside waiting. Either way, given the suspicious activity of Bethany and Dylan, it seems they know more than they're letting on. According to the Pan-Hellenic Association manual, it states, in the event of a death, do not notify parents. This will be done by emergency officials or university personnel. It continues, do not announce a death until you have coordinated a plan of action with your chapter advisor and the Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life. Now we know Dylan walked past Xana's body on the ground. Mainstream media reported that Xana had passed out drunk on the floor.
We knew about Dylan and Bethany's frantic text messaging between 4:22 a.m. and 4:26 a.m. when Dylan tells Bethany that nobody will answer their phones and that she's afraid because she saw someone in a ski mask. And we knew that Dylan then ran down to Bethany's room on the ground floor of the 3-level house. But the court documents now reveal a brand new fact that we never knew. And it is, honestly, it is something horrifying. Again, quoting Dylan. Dylan again tried calling Kaylee and Xana, but neither responded. Dylan then exited her room and began running towards Bethany's bedroom. On her way, she noticed Xana lying on the floor of her bedroom with her head towards the wall and her feet towards the door. Dylan thought Xana was drunk. Once Dylan arrived downstairs at Bethany's room, they locked the door and both made additional unanswered calls to the other roommates.
Which sounds plausible, until you consider that when police arrived on the scene, both the front door and sliding door were left open. This suggests that the roommates themselves opened up the doors that same night. In fact, there is no evidence of forced entry through the sliding glass door. Dylan also stated that all of the lights were on, and she saw the killer, who saw her as well, but did nothing. Why? How is it that the girls who dropped their sorority months earlier were stalked, had police called on them, and ultimately were killed? Bethany appeared on one of the body cam recordings. When asked who lived there, she said she would get someone, but instead grabbed Hunter Johnson, who didn't live there. He lied, claiming no one was home.
Beat on the damn door.
Hey, who's the owner or who lives here?
I can go get them real quick.
Okay, thank you, please.
So I just looked for everyone that lived here, and they're not here right now.
No one's here that
lives here
at all.
No one's here that lives
So
here.
everyone here is trespassing?
Well, no one's here that's trespassing, but no one that lives here is here right now.
So where'd they go?
They're just not here. I have no clue where they went. No clue.
So you guys just throwing a party in their house at this
They were
time?
here at one point. They're not here right now. I just searched all the rooms.
They left and went over to some other party, and everyone is about to leave and go over to another party.
What's even more intriguing is that police later found the Van-style shoe footprint at the scene. The only person known to wear Van-style shoes was Bethany.
Hey, who's the...
noticed the pattern. Whenever a lie needed to be made, Hunter Johnson was called. Just like on the morning of the Idaho murders. Could this be connected to the major changes in his health? Does he realize what he's revealing? It seems the truth is eating him up inside, because secrets can't stay hidden forever. Why would police issue threats connected to the Greek Council? The reality is that the entire town of Moscow, Idaho, operates around the University of Idaho. Many of the individuals in law enforcement are not only graduates of the university, but also Greek life alumni, including figures like Chief James Fry and Scott Green. In truth, the Greek Council holds immense influence, acting as the real authority in town. Their reach extends into nearly every sector, and those who oppose them risk becoming targets.
And 5 enthusiastic alumni chapters. When Beta Delta was established at the University of Montana in 1906, the nearest chapter to the east was the University of Minnesota, about 1,200 miles away, and to the west, the University of Washington, about 700 miles away. The donor of the Montana campus was a Sigma Chi. The first president and 3 professors were Sigma Chi's. There is probably no state in the Union where Sigma Chi's influence is so strongly felt and expressed.
So is it really a coincidence that those 3 victims lost their lives on November 13th, 2022? The only group they had crossed was the Greek Council. Shortly after, they ended up dead. In a town so deeply controlled by Greek life, with alumni in powerful positions, is it possible that the system would protect its own? History shows this wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last. Follow the money.
So I spoke with Dylan Mortenson's aunt. Dylan, of course, is one of the surviving roommates from the Idaho murders. And she's just incredibly strong and has been through so much. And I was there for the sentencing and her victim impact statement, and just the strength that it took. But anyway, they've created a GoFundMe. Obviously, Dylan has therapy, is going to need therapy. I spoke with her aunt, who's very close to Dylan, and I wanted to play that for you guys. Just tell me a little bit about your goal with the GoFundMe, why you decided to create it.
Yeah, Dylan, just watching her go through this experience, I mean, it's been 2.5 years. Just watching her put one foot in front of the other. She's been cooperating with law enforcement. She's been just trying to heal and just trying to process everything. And now she has a new reality. She has a new life. She has to figure out. And it's a lot. It's a lot of change. It's a lot of healing, and it's a lot of unknown for Dylan. So my sister and I created this GoFundMe to support her. A lot of people have asked how they can help. They've asked what they can do to support Dylan. Friends, family, strangers. It's incredible. But we created this to help her, support her to build her life back. And we feel like she's going to, her new life is going to require a relocation, probably very extensive long-term trauma therapy, security, privacy measures, all of that. So we created it just to help Dylan get back on her feet and to help her have some space to heal.
You must be, as an aunt, you must be really proud of her.
Yeah, there's no words. I mean, Dylan's incredible. I'm very lucky to be Dylan's aunt. Yeah.